What up, everyone? Sitemangala, the People's Champion. Welcome to your Daily Revolution. Today's topic, lawsuits, forgiveness, and love. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. I've been in a lawsuit for several months now. I think it goes back to, probably 4 or 5 months. And it's caused a lot of stress in our home. Like, you know what it's like to have someone sue you? You get served these papers, all these documents. It's kind of scary, nerve-wracking. I hired an incredible attorney who's, that's what he's paid to do, and that's what he went to school for, and he's the best. Like, he's the best in Orange County. And like Orange County's, there's no slouches around here. So I just got news from him that the other party is dropping the lawsuit. And man, I'll tell you what, I'm grateful, so thankful. Now, there's something that's happened here over the course. When this lawsuit first came up, I was angry. I was mad, stayed calm, said prayers, hired my attorney. But throughout, just the accusations, to me, were very absurd. And I'm sure from his perspective, he was valid. Now, I'm going to just give him the credit that he thinks he's in the right and I'm in the wrong. And I think I'm in the right and he's not in the right. Well, now that this lawsuit is finally done, I've had a lot of time to reflect over the last 4 to 5 months since I've been inside of it. And if you ever been sued, if you've ever had to sue, this is not some easy thing. Like, the wheels of justice grind slow. And I think about this person. We used to do business together. I've known him since 2005. He's a man that I have great respect for and great love for. Yeah, he's suing me. Yeah, there's a lot of time and money. And the way that my mom and dad, by the way, mom and dad, if you ever listen to this, I love you. My parents taught me from the good book to love your enemies and to forgive them that despitefully use you and persecute you. And it's taken me a lot inside of me to pray and to ask for strength and to ask for forgiveness. And the reason I want to shoot this quick podcast is I have known from far back as I can remember, and from my parents, from church, from school, from seminary, from books, that it does zero good to get bitter. It cannot help you. And I knew that I did not want to get bitter throughout this lawsuit. I didn't want that. Regardless of how much tens of thousands of dollars would need to be paid out to attorney fees, and if this thing went to court, I did not want this thing to affect me negatively. And I'm grateful that it hasn't. See, a lot of people will go through a lawsuit. They'll go through cancer. They'll go through death of a loved one, illness, financial turmoil. Like, by the time you get to your mid-40s, like where I'm at, you've seen a lot in your life. There's just a lot to be seen. Death, sickness, illness, heartache, infidelity, financial ruin. And if you're not careful, man, you can get really bitter. And if you get bitter, you become not as powerful, or in our other language, you become a victim or a chump. It doesn't serve you. It doesn't help you. You got to learn how to move forward. And I'm leaving the podcast today because I just wanted to say, wherever you're at in your life, if there's someone who has done you wrong, if there's someone who is suing you, or someone has stole from you, if someone has hurt you, I know it hurts. I know what it's like to be angry. There's been times where I wanted to go to this man's house, knock on the door and say, dude, let's just duke it out. Let's just duke it out like old school and then to be done with that. But for goodness, let's not waste time and energy, because he's in the space of growth and leadership and results, and so am I. And instead of spending our time and energy on this lawsuit, let's go make a difference for people. So forgiveness. I had to go to God and say, God, forgive me for being angry at this man. Forgive me for having ill will and ill feelings towards this man. Like, I've done that. And I pray that God will forgive me. And one day I may come across this man and I may ask him to forgive me for the feelings I've had towards him because they have not been good. As kind of as man I am and as Christian as I am, and there's been times where I have wanted to just be like, man, you're killing me, man. But there's something to be learned here. Regardless of a lawsuit, and regardless of the situation and what's going on, find the forgiveness in your heart. Like, I've had to forgive him, even though I've not seen him. I've had to just say, man, I forgive this guy. I prayed that God would forgive me for being less, well, I don't know the right word, just not as Christian, right? Not as a faithful man. I've been angry at times. And I've had to forgive myself for sometimes wishing ill upon this man, which I don't. Not anymore. I'm leaving this because without love, man, you have nothing. You can have the riches of the world. I think about the Apostle Paul's epistle to the people of Corinth in the New Testament. And it talks about if you give all your goods to the poor, if you give your body to be burned, if you have faith to move mountains, but you don't have this thing called love, you are nothing. And regardless of the life that I live and the results that I produce, if I don't have love, I don't have anything. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 13, by the way, if you believe in the good book or if you want to see some great words on it. So lawsuits, forgiveness, and love. I'm just happy to share with you that this lawsuit has been a gift. It's got me into the world of being lawyered up and having attorneys. It's taught me that you need to hire professionals. My attorney was outstanding, just an incredible individual. And to the man who was suing me, I love you, brother. I do. Regardless of whatever's gone on in your life that would cause you to come after me in a lawsuit, there's no ill feelings here. There's no ill will here, man. Just nothing but the best for you and your family. Because you have been a brother for me, man. You've been there for me. You have been there for me. And I ask you to forgive me if you ever listen to this podcast. My brothers and sisters, listen to the podcast. Listen to me. If there's something in your life you got to go get cleaned up, you got to go get clean with, go handle it. Go get it done. And forgive people. Let love govern your life. And have love in your relationships and your business dealings. Doesn't make you soft, it just makes you strong. That's it. No more lawsuit. All forgiveness. Nothing but love. I'm out. For more info on joining the revolution and living your greatest life of prosperity today, go to www.yourdailyrevolution.com and join us in waking up, turning your brain on, and prospering today.